Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Jane, the place where learning English feels easy, friendly, and fun. I'm Jane, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you today. The sun is shining, the air feels nice, and I've got my warm cup of tea right next to me. It's a simple thing, but it makes my day feel cozy.
And I'm Paul. Hello, Jane. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Paul. I feel relaxed, I feel ready, and honestly, I feel excited for today's lesson. It's one of those days where everything feels just a little extra bright. How about you? How are you feeling?
I'm fantastic. Really. I'm full of energy today, and I'm excited because our topic is a big one. A topic a lot of English learners struggle with. And when we talk about something important like this, I always feel motivated.
Yes, it is a big topic. And before we dive into it, everyone listening, please remember to give this episode a like. Just click that little thumbs up button.
Yes, the little thumbs up. It really helps us a lot more than you might think.
And if you're new here, welcome. We're so happy that you found our channel. Please consider subscribing to English with Jane and sharing this episode with your friends, your classmates, or anyone else who is learning English. Your support helps our channel grow and lets us make even more lessons for you.
Absolutely. And Jane, I have to say, it's always great to have new people joining us. The more, the merrier.
Yes, exactly. So, Paul, are you ready to begin today's topic?
I am so ready. Let's get started. All right, Jane. So what exactly are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about something almost every English learner struggles with, and that is the habit of translating in your head. You know what I mean. You hear something in English, and your brain immediately tries to switch it into your own language. And then, when you want to respond, you switch it back into English again.
Oh, yes, I remember that so well. You hear a simple English sentence and your brain freezes for a second. It opens a little translation machine inside your head.
Exactly. You hear the English words, but instead of understanding them directly, your mind asks, what does this mean in my language? And after that, when you want to answer, you build the sentence in your own language first, and then try to rebuild it in English again. So it becomes English to your language, and then your language back to English.
It's like a slow three-step journey inside your mind. And honestly, just thinking about it makes me tired.
I know. And the biggest problem is that this process is slow, very slow. While you're translating, the conversation keeps going.
Right. Someone asks you, "How are you?" And you're still translating the question. By the time you're ready to answer, they're already talking about their plans for the weekend.
And that makes you feel like you're always one step behind. Instead of enjoying a conversation, you start feeling stressed.
And there's another problem. Words don't always match perfectly between languages.
Yes, that's such an important point. One English word can have several meanings, but in your language, there might not be one exact word that fits all of those meanings. So if you translate word for word, what you say might sound strange or even completely wrong.
So translating in your head slows you down, and it can also make you say things that don't sound natural.
Exactly. And that's why the real goal is to learn to think in English, to build a direct connection in your mind so that you hear, understand, and respond all in English.
A direct road from your brain to your mouth. No little shortcuts, no detours.
Yes. And the good news is that thinking in English is a skill. And like any skill, you can learn it. It takes practice, but it becomes easier and more natural over time.
And that is exactly why we're here today, to help everyone start doing that. All right, Jane. So, what's our very first tip for learning how to think in English?
Tip number 1 is to start small. Very, very small. And I really mean it. When people think about thinking in English, they imagine complicated sentences, fancy vocabulary, big ideas. But the truth is, it all begins with just one single word.
Just one word. That sounds simple enough. So, how do we do it?
Look around you right now. What do you see? Don't overthink it. Just notice the objects around you.
Well, I see my desk, I see a lamp, and I've got a pen right here in my hand.
Perfect. Now here's the important part. When you look at your pen, don't let your brain jump to the word in your own language. Don't even let it try. Instead, train your mind to think only the English word, pen.
So I see the object, and my brain says only the English word, pen. No translation, no second step, just pen.
Exactly. Then you look at the door. Think door. Look at the window. Think window. Look at the chair. Chair. You're teaching your brain to make a direct connection. Object, English word.
It's like turning yourself into a little English labeling machine.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. You walk around your home or your room and mentally label everything. Kitchen, table, chair, cup, mirror, floor, wall.
This already feels doable, even for someone who's really new to English.
It is. And the magic comes from repetition. You don't need an hour. Just 5 minutes a day is already powerful. Walk around your home, look at things, and name them in English, quietly in your mind.
And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes, right?
Yes, the connection becomes faster, stronger, and suddenly you don't need your native language for basic words anymore. You see the object, and your brain automatically thinks the English word.
No middleman, no translator inside your head, just a direct link.
Exactly. And this tiny habit, this simple exercise, is the foundation for everything that comes later.
I love that. It feels simple, but it's powerful, and it's something absolutely anyone can start today, even right now.
Yes, right now. Look around you. Find an object. Say the English word in your mind. That's the first step to thinking in English.
All right, Jane. So we started with single words and labeling the things around us. What's our next tip?
Tip number 2 is a fun one. Use pictures. Pictures make everything easier, and they help your brain stop relying on translation. And the best way to do this is by using flashcards.
Flashcards. Yes, I know those. Those little study cards students always carry around.
Exactly. They're simple but very powerful. On one side of the card, you have a picture. For example, imagine a picture of a bright yellow sun. And on the other side, you write the English word sun.
So I look at the picture first, and my mind goes straight to the word sun without thinking of my own language.
Yes, that's the idea. You want your brain to connect what you see directly to the English word. No stopping to think about the meaning in another language.
And I guess this works with anything, right? Like animals, food, or even everyday objects.
Absolutely. You can use pictures of dogs, cats, apples, bananas, chairs, cars, anything you want. And the great thing is that pictures work the same way everywhere. An apple looks like an apple in every country.
That makes sense. The picture is universal, so your brain doesn't have to translate it. It just learns the English word that goes with it.
Exactly. And because your eyes and your memory love visuals, the learning becomes faster and more natural. You can even make a little game out of it.
A game?
Yes, you can time yourself. Look at as many flashcards as you can in 1 minute and see how many English words you can name. It keeps things fun and stops learning from feeling like a chore.
I like that. Learning really does feel easier when there's a little game involved.
Yes, and that's important. The more fun you have, the more your brain relaxes and the faster you learn. And with pictures, you're training your mind to jump straight to English. Little by little, the translation habit becomes weaker.
So tip number 2 is all about using pictures and flashcards to build that direct connection. No thinking, no translating, just picture to English word.
Exactly. Simple, visual, and very effective.
So, Jane, we started with single words and then we used pictures. What comes next?
Tip number 3 is to use very simple sentences. And I really mean simple. When people hear sentences, they often imagine long, complicated structures. But that's not what we're doing here. We're starting with the easiest sentences possible, the ones connected to your feelings and your everyday actions.
Feelings, like when I'm happy or tired?
Exactly. When you feel something, you connect that feeling directly to the English sentence. For example, if you feel happy, you think, I am happy. If you feel tired, you think, I am tired. And you do it right in the moment. No translating first. Just feel it and think it in English.
That sounds easy enough. And I guess it works because the feeling is already there. You're just putting the English words on top of it.
Yes, that's exactly why it works. And you can do the same with physical needs. When your stomach feels empty, think, I am hungry. When you want water, think, I am thirsty. These small sentences train your brain to respond in English automatically.
My stomach makes a lot of noise, so I think I'll get plenty of practice with I am hungry.
Same here. And then we move to actions. This part is really fun because you basically narrate your life in English. When you drink water, think, I drink water. When you stand up, think, I stand up. When you open the door, think, I open the door.
So you think the sentence at the exact moment you're doing the action.
Yes, the timing is important. When the action happens in real life and the English words appear in your mind at the same time, the connection becomes very strong. Your brain starts linking real experiences directly to English.
And that means there's no space for translation. You just act and think in English.
Exactly. That's the whole point. It feels strange at first, but after a few days, it becomes surprisingly natural.
So tip number 3 is all about creating simple sentences from your real feelings and actions, and doing it again and again until your brain gets used to thinking in English.
Yes, and it's one of the most powerful steps you can take. Small sentences, repeated often, build a strong foundation for thinking in English.
All right, Jane, so we've covered single words and simple sentences. What's the next tip?
Tip number 4 is a really fun one. Watch and listen to a lot of simple English. And when I say simple, I mean things that are easy to follow, especially if they have pictures or visuals to help you understand.
So things like this podcast. And what else?
Yes, this podcast is perfect But you can also watch children's cartoons. And I know that might sound funny to some people, but cartoons are actually amazing for learning because they're very visual. You see the characters moving, you see their actions, and the language they use is simple and clear.
Right. A cartoon character might say something like, "Look, a ball." And at the same time, you see a ball on the screen. No confusion at all.
Exactly. Your brain connects the spoken English directly to the picture. That means you don't have time to translate. You're understanding through the visuals. It's learning without effort.
And cartoons move pretty fast. So if you try to translate everything, you'll get lost immediately.
Yes, exactly. That's why they're so helpful. Your brain is forced to follow along in English, and it starts to get used to understanding English directly without going through your native language.
What about songs? Do they help too?
Absolutely. Simple English songs, especially children's songs, are great tools. They often come with actions, like the famous one, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. When you hear the words and do the movements, your brain remembers them faster. You're learning with your ears and your body at the same time.
And it's kind of fun too. You can't help but smile when you do those little dances.
Exactly. And when learning feels fun, your brain relaxes and everything becomes easier. You don't even feel like you're studying.
So, how much should someone watch or listen?
Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. That small amount of exposure trains your brain to hear English more naturally. And over time, it builds your confidence.
So, tip number 4 is all about using simple cartoons, easy English shows, and children's songs to get your brain used to thinking in English.
Yes, it's one of the most enjoyable and effective ways to learn.
All right, Jane, we've gone through 4 great tips already. What is our final tip for learning to think in English?
Tip number 5 is probably the most important one. Be patient with yourself. Learning to think in a new language is not something that happens instantly. It takes time, and it takes kindness toward yourself.
That makes sense. We don't just wake up one day and suddenly think in English.
Exactly. Think about learning to walk. When a baby learns to walk, they don't stand up and start running a marathon. They take one little step and then another, and sometimes they fall, but they get back up again. Learning to think in English works the same way.
And translating in your head is a habit you've had for many years. A habit is not easy to change overnight.
Right. So if you catch yourself translating, don't say things like, "Oh no, I'm so bad at English." Never do that to yourself. Instead, just say, "Oops, I translated. Let me try again," and keep going.
So I shouldn't get frustrated or angry if I slip back into translating sometimes.
Exactly. It's completely normal. You're training your brain to work in a new way, and that takes repetition. Think of every small moment of progress as a victory.
Like when I connect one object directly to an English word, or when I use one simple sentence without translating. Those are small wins.
Yes, and those small wins add up. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are part of learning. They show you what you need to practice more.
So mistakes are not the bad guys. They're actually our teachers.
Exactly. Mistakes help you grow. And when you stay patient and gentle with yourself, learning becomes much easier and much more enjoyable.
So tip number 5 is to be patient, be kind to yourself, and understand that this is a long-term skill. It takes time, but the results are amazing.
Yes, if you keep practicing a little bit every day, the direct connection in your mind becomes stronger. And one day, you'll notice that you're thinking in English without even trying.
Jane, we've shared so many helpful ideas today. How about we do a quick review for everyone listening?
Great idea. Let's go through the 5 tips one more time. Tip number 1. Start small with single words. Look at the objects around you and think of their English names. Chair, table, book. Simple, direct, and effective.
Tip number 2, use pictures and flashcards. Look at the image first and let your brain jump straight to the English word. No translating, no extra steps.
Tip number 3, think in very simple English sentences. Connect your emotions and actions to phrases like, I am happy, I am tired, or I drink water. Do it in the moment to make the connection stronger.
Tip number 4 is the fun one. Watch and listen to simple English, cartoons, children's songs, anything visual and easy to follow. Your brain starts learning without even realizing it.
And tip number 5, the most important one, be patient with yourself. Thinking in English is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time. Small steps every day will get you there.
I love that. Little steps, little wins, every single day. And slowly, that road in your mind, the one that goes straight to English, gets faster and stronger.
Exactly. Thinking in English becomes easier. It becomes natural. And your conversations will feel smoother, quicker, and much more enjoyable.
That's the goal for everyone listening, I think, to have real conversations in English without feeling one step behind.
Yes, that's what we all want. And it all starts with something as small as looking at a pen and thinking, pen.
Speaking of that, I'm looking at my pen right now and doing exactly that. Pen. No translation, just pen.
Perfect, Paul. You're doing it. And to everyone listening, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to English with Jane so you don't miss the next lesson.
And if you found today's tips helpful, share this with a friend. Sharing is caring.
Before we go, here's a fun question for all of you. Look around right now and write one English word you see. Is it a window, a phone, a plant? We can't wait to read your answers.
It will be so much fun to see what everyone writes. Thank you again for joining us.
Keep practicing and remember to be patient. You're doing a great job.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.